Hello students. Next is what are the general properties of nucleus? First one is nuclear size. The volume of a nucleus is experimentally found to be directly proportional to the number of nucleons contained in it. Volume is directly proportional to the number of nucleons or the mass number. Okay, if the nuclear radius is r, the corresponding volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And if the number of nucleons is a, then r cube is proportional to a. Or 4 by 3 pi r cube is proportional to a, or we can write it as nuclear radii r is equal to r0 a raised to 1 by 3, where R0 is approximately 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter or 1.2 Fermi. Next is nuclear density. Density of a nucleus is nuclear mass by nuclear volume. So what is the mass of a nucleus? That is A times U, where A is the mass number and U is the atomic mass unit. So A into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilogram is the mass of a nucleus, and the volume of a nucleus is 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi. R is substituted as R0 a raised to 1 by 3, so R cube is R0 cube into A. So when we substitute, the density of a nucleus is found to be 2.31 into 10 raised to 17 kilogram per meter cube. So when we divided the mass of nucleus by volume of the nucleus, A will get cancelled. So density is a constant. It is approximately a constant for the nucleus. Next is spin angular momentum. Like protons and neutrons, like electrons, protons and neutrons, all the fermions have spin quantum number half. S is equal to half. This means that they have spin angular momentum S of magnitude. S is equal to root of S into S plus 1 h cross. So when substitute S is equal to 1 by 2, we get it as S, the value of spin angular momentum, magnitude as root 3 by 2 h cross. And the spin magnetic quantum numbers are, the orientations are represented by the spin magnetic quantum number ms, that is plus or minus half. It can be either up spin or down spin. Now, in addition to spin angular momentum, the nucleus have orbital angular momentum too. The resultant angular momentum of the nucleus is the vector sum of spin and orbital angular momentum of all the nucleons. Right? So this total angular momentum of a nucleus is usually called as nuclear spin. So if in the case of a hydrogen atom, it has only one proton, so this value of S is rightly root 3 by 2 h cross. Next is magnetic dipole moment. The magnetic dipole moments associated with nucleons are expressed as nuclear magnetons. We know the Bohr magnetons, which are the magnetic dipole moments associated with electrons. Similarly, the nuclear magneton mu n is equal to EH cross by 2 MP, where MP is the mass of proton. Similar is the definition of Bohr magneton mu B, that is equal to EH cross by 2. Here we have mass of electron. So mu n is the units in which we calculate magnetic dipole moments of nucleus. So the value of mu n is 5.051 into 10 raised to minus 27 joule per Tesla, or that is equal to 3.152 into 10 raised to minus 8 electron volt per Tesla. The actual value of spin magnetic moment of proton and neutron in any direction, when we specify the direction, the proton has a magnetic moment mu pz. Z is the direction in which we are specifying the magnetic moment. Mu pz is equal to plus or minus 2.793 mu n, and the magnetic moment of neutron in the z direction is minus plus 1.913 into 3 times mu n. So there are two possibilities for the signs of mu p set and mu n set, depending on whether ms is minus half or plus half. The plus minus sign is used for mu p set because mu p set is in the same direction of the spin. Look at this figure. Mu p and s are in the same direction. Okay, whereas minus plus is used for mu n set because mu n set is opposite to s always. So here, look at this figure. Mu n is in this direction and s is opposite to that. So these are the important difference between the magnetic moments of proton and neutron. You may be wondering whether how the neutron gets a spin if it's chargeless. So if we assume neutron to be a particle having equal amount of positive and negative charges with unequal distribution, there is a chance of nuclear magnetic moment to arise. Okay. Next is nuclear charge, which you all know, which is the value of nuclear positive proton charges, positive 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. And the charge of a nucleus will be equal to Z times E, where Z is the atomic number. Now the mass of a nucleus, we calculate for XZA to be Z times the mass of proton plus A minus Z, which is the number of neutrons into mass of neutron. This is how the mass of a nucleus is calculated. But when we calculate this total mass and the actual mass of a nucleus, the actual mass of nucleus is less than the total mass of its nucleons. This is the section we are going in detail later, and we have to study about the binding energy and how a nucleon is binded so tightly well to have a decrease in its mass.